Dr. Professor Dani Rodrigues, Your Magnificence, Rector and Honorary Senate of Poznań University of Economics and Business, Magnificences, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to add a few words to my review prepared for today's ceremony concerning scientific achievements of Professor Dani Rodrigues. In my opinion, the greatest achievement of Professor Dani Rodrigues is the creation scientifically significant and practically effective theory of industrial policy. In my review, I attempted to identify 10 pillars of this theory, my personal decalogue of Professor Dani Rodrigues' achievements. Sometimes it may seem strange to us that we are talking about industrial policy, theory of industrial policy, when after all, industrial policy is primarily practice. But practice, although drawing on the general theory, but always practice. But industrial policy lacks a theory of its own. Theory would explain why such countries have success, that policies are successful in this country, why this policy, how so many supporters and much more opponents. Referring to the famous saying of Voltaire, industrial policy has more problem with friends who would like consider every state activity in the economy as highly desirable. Professor Dani Rodrigues, in his theory, demonstrate how to design effective industrial policy in accordance with all the scientific rigors characteristic for new classical liberal economics. Professor Dani Rodrigues wants to be in the mainstream of economics. Our honorary doctors show that policy must have special legal, social, mental infrastructure for joint experimentation and cooperation between government, private business, and society. Cooperation always in the strong competitive market. Such cooperation offers the opportunity for better allocation. Nations always limited resources than allocation only by the market and only by the state. Such cooperation can solve two key problems of market failure. For example, externalities, innovative endemic self-discovery in less developed countries, information asymmetry, and so-called principal agent problems. How to solve conflict of interest between government and private business in search for unique, innovative, complex, competitive industrial structure of countries. Professor Dani Rodrigues provides a lot of seminal recipes for such cooperation and so for such good industrial policy. For Polish economists and politicians, theory of industrial policy of our honorary doctors helps explain how much Poland losing to the lack of public-private cooperation, the lack public-private partnership and trustee. Finally, I would like to thank Professor Dani Rodrik for using and appreciating scientific achievements of great Polish economist Oskar Lange. This is unfortunately a rare event in Polish economics. Professor Dani Rodrik, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your attention.